Oh my gosh, guys. I'm just gonna have to tell them what just happened. So I don't know if it's normal here it's or if I've just never had like a chandelier or like a low hanging light fixture in my home. But I ran headfirst into the light fixture in my kitchen, like full on. What is it? Collusion. I can't even think. Oh my God. Full on collision. I was going to say collusion. Sorry. Shopping at ASOS. I love that little, British teen brand. Anyway, head first into the light fixture. I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or have to go to the ER. Thankfully, everything is okay, but why is it so low? Is that normal? Is that normal? Maybe I've just lived somewhere that's always had high ceilings. I don't know. But this is like insane. The insane amount of times that I run into this lighting fixture is pray for me. Pray for me. I was like, oh, this one is bad. I've ran into this fixture before, but this one is bad, but I'm good. I am good. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? What's up, Black Lavender? Hey, Stella. Stella said, hi, MOHAMED. Got COVID, but I'm ready to cut it with y'all from bed. LOL. I'm so sorry. It's not fun. It is not fun. Rest up. That's all I can say. Don't come back too soon. That's all I can say. I'm just going to leave this up for a minute and then I'll put the other banner up just, in case you need it. Hey, TT. How are you? Hey, JL, thank you. Thank you so much. What's up, Edith? Hey, Kamisha. Kamisha said, hey, y'all, I got my iced latte ready for the best. So let's get into it. What's up, Anissa? What's up? Hey, Michelle. Michelle said, hey, Nikki, so excited I made it for live. So excited to have you here. Thank you, Michelle. Kamisha said, happen to me. Then I bought the dining light fixture, then removed it. I think I'm going to bring it up higher. I think we're either going to take it out or just bring it up higher because everybody, like my sister is 6 foot. I'm 5'7". My mom and my sister are 5'6". We're going to all run into this fixture. We're all going to run into it. For some reason, it's me just because I like the lighting in my kitchen, but I just keep on running into that thing. And I'm like, this one felt bad. This one, I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, hold on. So yeah, we're either going to have to bring it up higher or get rid of it. Something has got to go because baby, I can't keep on running into that. I can't keep on running into that. Edith said it's 98 degrees at 11 a.m. here. I'm done staying in the AC all day. Same. Like, it's just crazy. I like, look at my face. I have not been out the house. I have not been out the house and the air conditioner is on. But this is just what I'm dealing with. And I'm going to be doing this the whole time. Like, it's insane. It's so like, I forgot that the East Coast has so much humidity. I forgot about it. I don't miss the dry LA weather, but I'm just saying, I wasn't expecting it to hit me like this. Hey, Sydney, how are you? Hey, Mary Cat. Put a table under the, well, we do. Like I have a table, like I'm doing this like you can see it. We absolutely have a table under the lighting fixture, but I think it's when I'm like moving around or like just walking by or leaning over to get something off the table. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's so crazy because the rest of the home has like beautifully large ceilings, but like the kitchen for some reason. And we have found that when we were looking at homes out here in Atlanta, we have found that it's like the kitchens are built for shorter people. So I was like, are the people in Atlanta, I actually Googled it, but it's not true. But I just wanted to know if there were just, is there like a shorter society here? Because all the kitchens were just very low. And I'm like, This is very weird. Now the modern homes, the ones that like the ones that you build, they had much higher ceilings in the kitchens, but at that point we weren't thinking about doing that. Now we are. But I was just like, what is this? Every home we went into, the kitchen was built for somebody very tiny, very tiny, little people, big world. That's what it was giving. All of the kitchens. This one, it's kind of tall, but it's still like me and that lighting fixture have been fighting for months. Oh God. Yes, that's what we'll call it. Doing youthful realness. Mary Cat also said, I had to lift my dining room lighting fixture using a D-ring. It worked and cost like $1. Let me look that up. Let me look up D-ring. Not saying that I'll do it. I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna task rabbit this out. Or hire somebody from Home Depot, because I thought I was the DIY queen. And then I started doing stuff and I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel like I hear one of them beetles. I'm telling you, the way those beetles are harassing my life. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right. So this is the thing, right? I know we love Arnold. I love him too. The thing about it is he's booked and busy. Arnold is booked and busy. So we're going to try. Now, this is the thing. We're going to try to do a BET fashion review. And we'll talk about the show a little bit. But a BET fashion review this Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will say, hold on, because that time or day may change because his schedule is just like all over the place. Okay. We should have appreciated him when we could get him. But Tuesday is a day. We set it on Tuesday, but as of right now, we have that date. I'm just saying it is subject to change, which is why I haven't put it up yet. I just needed to confirm with him. And hopefully I can do that when I get off of here. But yeah, we're absolutely doing it. We were talking about doing it yesterday. Because listen, the fashions, the BET Awards were an event. Hey, is it Lise? Hey, Lise. Hey, Sean. Sean said, well, hello, Nikki. I have missed you. So glad you're back. Thank you. I've missed you guys too. I've missed you guys too. We're going to end right here with this comment and get into the review. Tracy, the NikkiStar TV general said, Star family, please like, comment, subscribe, and share because you care, and hit that notification button. Thank you so much, Tracy. Woo! All right, let's get into it. His, yours, hers, ours. I don't know that song, but that's my mama's favorite song. I could do this for hours, but not talk about these two. I'm so sick of this couple. I've already said that I don't enjoy them, and I meant every word. I meant every word because there's something happening here, guys, and we have to talk about it. I feel like Emily is abusive to that whole damn family. I think not only is she abusive, she has something on them. I don't know if the father is doing something with the business that is nefarious. I don't know if there's money laundering going on or if she knows where a body or two is buried, but something is going on because it absolutely makes no sense that she can mistreat her entire family and everybody just takes it. Nobody like bucks up back at her. Like nobody puts their foot down. Nobody says no to her. Even when Kobe went out to look for rings, and Emily's dad went with him, and he was just like, I feel sorry for the dude because I know how Emily is, and I'm like, you take no responsibility for how awful your daughter is to people and your family. I don't know. It's so weird watching Emily in this family because she's just awful to them and everybody takes it. And then they blame Kobe or, get mad at him because he's bucking up back, to her attacks, or he's not doing what she wants him to do, right? So the family gets mad at him for that. And I'm like, are you mad at him because you're just overprotective of Emily, or are you mad at him because he's expressing freedom from Emily that you guys don't have? That relationship is very weird. It's just very weird. Nobody says anything. Nobody says anything. Like last episode when she said that she got Kobe a ring, her mom was sitting there like, oh, she got her own ring, and she wasn't waiting for Kobe to get her one because she didn't like the first one that he got her. So she's sitting there saying these things in public, on camera, to strangers, and just being awful. And Emily's mom is like, Emily, is she beating you? What is going on? What is going on with that family? They're very weird. Very, 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 very weird. So it has to be that. Either there's like, for some reason, she's been abused. Maybe she's a fire starter. Have you seen that movie with the girl that can start fires with her eyes? It's on Peacock. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she has some kind of super mutant power and they're afraid that she'll use that power on them. Maybe she's secretly 11 from Stranger Things. I don't know what it is, but she has something on this family that makes them extremely terrified of her. And I want to know what it is. I want to know what it is. Also, I didn't understand why Emily's dad and I think her sister went with Kobe to buy a ring, knowing that Emily had got her own ring and knowing that they don't have a lot of money combined between the two of them. I don't know why you still went with him. I get maybe they were waiting for Emily to do it because one, they're afraid of her, and also the show. But I'm just like, you're sitting here dragging the dude saying he doesn't have a lot of money. Emily's dad, he doesn't have a lot of money. So I don't even know why he's buying a ring. Why don't you just tell that to him? What, like you're just going along with these things, but critiquing this dude who is asking you for help, asking you for wisdom. You're not giving him any, but then you're dragging him in your confessionals about how he's making stupid decisions. I don't get these people. I don't get these people. So anyway, I stand firm on my assessment that this is just a purely sexual relationship, because anytime when Kobe and Emily are alone, unless she is forcing Kobe to do some kind of indentured servant labor, unless it's that, the conversations are always about sex or them, making sure they are, do what they need to do so that they can have sex. Emily is always initiating it. It's very like weird and uncomfortable to watch because I feel like some conversations we should not be in. And then I'm just like, if we should not be listening to these conversations, why are you sharing this with us, right? Like, what is it about your relationship with Kobe and Emily that you feel like you always have to lead with sex or talking about sex with him? Is he a fetish, or is he, your soon-to-be husband and father of your child? Let me know what you think it is. I feel like I know what it is, but you know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and lie to the audience. Anyway, Kobe proposes to Emily this episode. I was actually shocked again. He proposes to her again. I was actually shocked that she liked the ring. Were you guys shocked? I thought that she was going to have something nasty to say. It honestly looked like she was absolutely surprised by him proposing to her. She seemed very surprised, very joyful, very appreciative, a side of her we have never seen. And listen, maybe she has more of those moments, but listen, baby, this is the show you signed up for, and this is what they showed the world of you. They only can show what you give them. So it was actually refreshing to see her be like human. It was actually refreshing. It really, really was. Then later in this episode, we see like Emily finally decides that she has to reveal to Kobe in front of her family that she already got a ring. Kobe felt disrespected. And of course, Emily didn't care. And of course, her family didn't say anything because they're afraid of her. Weird dynamic. Don't bring them back, TLC. We don't have fun watching them, right? Like, we have had fun watching awful people. Who was an awful person that we just enjoyed watching? Put it in the comments and let me know if we can agree. Because the only awful person I can think of right now is Angela, but I didn't enjoy watching her. But I know there were some awful people that we just had a really good time watching. Even if their life was falling apart, they were still enjoyable in their awfulness. Anyway, let's move on to BINI and Ori. BINI and Ori. Oh, wait, before we go on, I got a super chat. Let me acknowledge my super chat from Vicky. Vicky Fowl said, thank you. Oh, Vicky, it's just a super, not just, it's a super sticker. Thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's get into BINI and Ari. So, I think that Ari knows how absolutely disrespectful she's being to Binion concerning her bringing around her ex-husband all the time and talking about how, you know, amazing this ex-husband is and how they would have, you know, had a great relationship had they gotten together later in life. I think she knows that she's being awful, which doesn't help her with the fan base, in my opinion. Right, like it doesn't help her. It doesn't help how nasty she continues to be. It doesn't help how whenever there's any kind of problems in her marriage, she goes to this ex-husband, she tells the ex-husband everything, then the ex-husband flies out to meet with them, and he just proceeds to go into Binion and say what he needs to do to improve his marriage with Ari. And not only does he say that to Binion and to his face, he also says it in the confessional. And my thing is, if he has so much advice, right, so much great advice on how to be a better partner to Ari, why is he not still married to her, right? And Ari, if he is such a great guy, if he's such your best friend, if you know, you always think about what could have been, go back to the dude, because it's just completely disrespectful to keep going with this best friend relationship with your ex-husband in front of your current husband, who is extremely uncomfortable by the situation. You just don't look good. It's like you're taunting him or making, you know, Binion work harder to please you. And it's like, girl, I feel like it's this thing where you want to make yourself feel like a prize because I guess in your relationship or in the rest of the world, you don't, right? So what you do is you make these men kind of fight over you and try to keep your hands clean and make yourself innocent by saying, oh, well, he's just my best friend, so I tell him everything. Knowing good and well that even if he is your best friend, he's your ex-husband, right? So knowing that you are taking the issues that you have with your current husband and discussing them with your ex-husband to then bring your ex-husband to meet with your current husband and have your ex-husband tell him, well, she told me this and this is how things and this is how she feels and you need to treat her better. How is he supposed to feel? Now, if Binion did that to you, my God, today, the fits that you would have, the way you would embarrass that man if he brought that gorgeous ex-girlfriend, right, flew her in and told her to, you know, to tell you how to be a better partner to him, you would feel some sort of way. So it just seems cruel, in my opinion, what you're doing with BINI. But I don't hold it against her because I just think this is storyline. Like, they lost me after she tried to jump that MMA fighter and did not get stumped into the ground. That's when they lost me. And I was like, okay, everything you're putting on is fake, but I'll go along with it. Why not? We're here. Let's move on to Kara and Guillermo. Nothing really happened with this couple. Nothing discuss worthy, I would say, because it was pretty much of a little sad moment for them. Guillermo lost his brother, who he was very, very close with. His brother passed away on this episode. And I will say this. I actually saw them as a couple this episode. I've never seen these two as a couple before. It never made sense to me. They never seemed to work. But this episode, I was just like, you know what? I kind of see how you two work, right? And maybe it's because this was just a real raw moment outside of being overly produced. Maybe that's what it is. But I finally saw in this instant, what made this couple work. Don't know if I'll see it after this episode, but this made sense to me. They finally made sense to me as a couple. They have not made sense to me this entire time. I hope we don't go from this like sweet moment or this real life moment with this couple and go back to Carver being this party, this drunk, this alcoholic party girl who only sobers up to create balloon animals. And, you know, if she still has feelings for elderly Jack Harlow, I hope we don't go back there because it's not interesting. Find something else, 90 Day Fiance. Find something else. Oh my God. Who is this? I'm gonna have to do something. This person, I'm sorry. Forgive me for even addressing it, but it's like it's the same bot. So I got to figure out how to do that. I'll check with YouTube later today. Let's move on to SHAEEDA and BILAL. Let's move on to SHAEEDA and BILAL. I was so happy to see SHAEEDA have reinforcements this episode. Like, I was so happy to see her on her phone with her sisters, her crew, holding her down, making sure that, she gets what she wants in the prenup. I love that. I was like, finally, you are reaching out to your community and letting them know what is happening with you. And I loved how all the ladies got together and they was like, oh, he want a prenup? Okay, fine. Here are your terms. See, SHAEEDA didn't even know that. SHAEEDA didn't even know that she could come, to this prenup negotiation with her own terms. And they were just like, listen, this is what you want. You want kids by a certain age. He needs to do X, Y, and Z. And you will say X, Y, and Z to him. And you will get this done and present that to him and see how much he likes a prenup. I was like, yes, finally, homegirl has a community, people who will stand up for her and people who she will listen to and finally stand up for herself. I don't feel like she stood up for herself enough this episode, but I was just thankful to see that she has somebody in her corner because it didn't seem like it. And I'm not saying it didn't seem like it because she doesn't have support, but I think it just seemed like it from what we were seeing because she never really told her family what was going on. But I think in this moment, she told them the truth and they came together and was like, oh, girl, this is what we're going to do. I'm telling you, I was watching the scene and I was like, women, when we come together, are unstoppable. In 5 minutes, they had everything that she needed to do for her prenup negotiations. Like, SHAEEDA went into this conversation with her sisters not knowing nothing, left with so much freaking wisdom. This is why I always tell you, a sisterhood is so important. A sisterhood is so important. She walked into that conversation blindly, having nothing, left with a trunk full of information, and has completely flipped the game on BILAL. Protect your sisterhood. It's needed. It's needed. They were like, absolutely not, girl. This is what we're going to do. I loved it. I loved every moment of that. Now let's get to the fact that SHAEEDA can't do anything right for BILAL. Like, she cannot do anything right for this man. So she, after getting her encouragement from her girls, she goes and talks to him and says, well, this is my terms. Like, if you want to do the prenup, that's fine. But this is what I would like to do, right? So as she's talking to him, BILAL is not listening to her because he feels as if she is zipping up his Louis Vuitton luggage, Canal Street Louis Vuitton luggage. He feels like she's zipping it up too aggressively and he doesn't want her to break the zipper. I'm like, she can't do anything right. Everything that this woman does, he judges. And it's so infuriating because she has to mend and break and mold herself in so many ways to appease this man. For what? Like, what is he giving her in return? Now, I know the rumors are out there that, they actually did get married. It could actually be accurate and that, she's defending him. I'm talking about what I'm seeing now. If she want to be a fool and, or portray a fool on TV, that's on her. I'm talking about what she's showing me right now in this episode. It just seems like I just don't understand why she's staying in this situation, because here you are talking to the man who you came to the United States for, because even your sisters mentioned that you already had a good life in Trinidad. And I think her mom was just like, or was her sister, was just like, they think that you're coming from some third world country. Like, that's how, all Americans look at, places outside of America. And they think that you're this little, ignorant island girl, but they don't know you already had a very successful life set up here. And you're actually leaving this success to come be with him because she wants a family. I think that SHAEEDA is just taking this ride with BILAL because she wants kids. I feel like after she gets her two, she might start thinking and moving differently. I think she just finally found a guy who would not, I'm not saying finally found a guy who would marry her, but a man that fits certain things, right? That checks off certain boxes. She felt safe enough to procreate with him, but I don't feel like she wants to spend a life with him. And I don't think she will after she gets what she wants, thank God. But I won't put no children in that situation. Anyway, I just feel like the woman can't do nothing right. She can't do nothing right. He nitpicks everything. And I'm just like, you are so concerned about the zippers on this luggage and not the conversation that your fiance is trying to have with you about a prenup that you brought up and children that you said that you would have. I hope we don't end this season with him saying that he got a vasectomy. Girl, you better get your grits. You better get your grits. And furthermore, Bilal, that luggage is going to be beat up anyway, by, it's not TSA. Who are the people that take the luggage? The luggage boys that beat up everybody's luggage. That luggage is going to be beat up anyway. That zipper is going to be broke by the time you land in Atlanta. So what are you doing? What are you doing? You're just nitpicking at that woman because you know you can. You know she wants kids. And you are going to dangle that idea over her for as long as you can. Horrible. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Let's move on. Let's move on. You know what? I normally don't get into the comments yet, but Mary Cat, we got to talk about it. Mary Cat said, do Bilal and SHAEEDA have any fun together? We haven't seen it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know what they do. I mean, can they not have relations before being married? I don't really know the Muslim faith like that. I do know that all the Muslims that I know be getting it in. But my family is a different breed, baby. But, you know what? No, Muhammad is banging Yvette. So I don't know. Are they like, I mean, is that fun? No, they just seem miserable. It seems like an extremely miserable couple. And I feel so sad for the both of them. I really, really do, because nobody seems happy in that situation. And you want to bring kids into it, SHAEEDA. God bless you. God bless you. Let's move on over to MIONA and JIBRI. MIONA and JIBRI. Oh God. Another episode where I am forced to defend the Blackfisher. I'm telling you, TLC, count your days. Count your days. JIBRI's family is dead wrong. Like, dead wrong. I just don't understand why they feel the need to constantly ambush this woman. Like, I don't know if it's like some weird kink for this family, but I feel like they get off on embarrassing her because they call a meeting, right? JIBRI's parents call a meeting. JIBRI is like, what, 33? MIONA is pushing 30. What are you doing calling this couple to the carpet, calling them to the living room to have a little sit down with them? They're sitting there like teenagers who just got caught fondling each other. And, their Christian parents are telling them, this is a whole no-no, and scolding them and putting them on punishment because neither one of them are looking at JIBRI's parents. They're all like with their heads held down, embarrassed. And I'm like, y'all are grown. What is going on? Listen, even if you're living in these people's place, right? You guys are adults. You do have some kind of voice and independence, unless you're not paying nothing. Now, that's a whole different story. Now, has the mother mentioned that they are not paying a rent or a bill or nothing? Now, if that's the case, then I totally understand. But I'm just like, what is this family's thing with embarrassing this woman? So JIBRI's mom says, well, we have heard that one of you does not want to get married and you're feeling forced to do so. Well, who the hell is it? It ain't MIONA. It ain't MIONA. She done packed all her drawstring ponytails and parked them in your guest bedroom. She's not going nowhere. She's not going nowhere. She wants this American man who she thinks is a rock star. He probably is a rock star in Serbia. That may be what got her. But I'm like, so what is this woman supposed to say? Because she knows that you're talking about JIBRI, right? And now she knows that her fiance, who brought her here, was talking about how he did not want to get married to her, to his parents. So she feels extremely uncomfortable. So here we have the no. You know what? My mind is something else. I'm just going to say it. Here we have this cosplaying biracial sitting here with her feelings hurt, and she's looking over at her husband, who is Chris Brown's tether, and he's not doing the damn thing. Like, it's embarrassing, and it's uncomfortable, and it's unfair to put her in that situation. Count your days, TLC. Count your days, because I felt bad for the girl. Like, it was just embarrassing the way they were talking to her, how JIBRI was talking to her. Even his mother, who don't want MIONA to be her daughter-in-law, was just like, I'm not going to stand here and listen to you berate her, right? You're not going to call her names. I was, basically trying to help you out because you are too scared to say it to this woman. But I'm trying to help you out in this situation. Now, my son is looking abusive on national TV, and I'm responsible. So absolutely not. Act like you got some sense and make me look good to my prayer group. So she got him together, and then he finally says, well, I just, I just don't feel like we're ready, babe. And you told me that if we don't get married, you're going to leave me. And MIONA was like, yes, I will. And furthermore, I don't appreciate you telling everybody about our relationship issues that I did not know you had before you even talked to me. I'm embarrassed. And she should have felt that way. It was just uncomfortable watching that. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, listen up. Listen up, Black Fisher. Me and you will never be on good terms. However, you did not have to sit through that. You did not have to sit through that. I would have been like, excuse me? You heard what? From who? Oh, and then let me go talk to him. Not in front of you. You're not going to embarrass me. You know what? Let me pack up my ponytails and get out of this situation because I don't need to live here and be embarrassed. That's what you should have done. But I get, you don't got nowhere to go. Oh, Lord. Listen, non-American women, if you are on the 90-day fiance visa, right, and you come here and your American partner don't have no money and no housing, go home. Go home. You don't need to leave your struggle to come and struggle in another nation with a man. Girl, go home. Go home. Go. At least you understand that struggle, okay? At least you know how to maneuver that struggle. This American struggle is something different. It's something different. Go home, sis. Go home. Mohammed and Yvette, let me bring up this mess of a couple. Another couple that I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy Evie and I don't enjoy Mohammed. I don't really have no beef with Mohammed. I think, he's a himbo, right? You can't expect much from a himbo. And I think that's my issue with Evie. You're expecting so much from a himbo. No shade, right? Let's be honest. Mohammed in this situation is a dildo with a heartbeat. Girl, why are you expecting all of this from him? You're expecting him to be a caretaker to your son, right? He can't even fry eggs. You're now expecting him to be a provider for you. He can't even fry an egg. You're expecting him to now be a father to a newborn baby that you are trying to create with this man. Again, he can't even fry an egg. Why you keep on giving him responsibilities? Just let him live in your home and sex you crazy because this is why you brought him here. I feel like now you're getting embarrassed because people are like, well, girl, what is he doing for you? The only thing he's doing for you is getting you probably the orgasms you ain't never got in your damn life. Enjoy it for what it is. Give this man his citizenship where he gives you orgasms and live your best life. Like, stop trying to make him more than what he is. Because we all know, right? Your girlfriends know. That's why they're trying to get you to make this something better than what it is. There's nothing wrong with having a dildo with a heartbeat. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like now you're just embarrassed because he's here now. And it's just like, I got to make this look like something because I don't want people to think that this is what it is. It is what it is. And we've seen it. Let it go. Let it go. Now you want to have a baby with him. Why? Why? You think you're going to go to work right? While this man is watching your son burning down the house because he can't fry an egg and also burping your baby. What are you doing? He does not intend to watch that child. He does not intend to watch your child. He's only doing it now because y'all not married. Once you get married to that man, he's not watching that child. I'm telling you that right now. He's not watching that child. He's joining the gym. He's finding men in his community, and you will only see him when it's time to have sexy time. That's the only time you're going to see that man. And honestly, come on. This is what the situation would have been. This was the situation in Egypt. Why are you trying to change it to something else in America? Girl, just live your life. Live your life. This is your situation. Just live it and be proud of it. Be proud of it. You have a kept man. It's 2022. It's okay. Like, you can come out of the cougar closet. He is a kept man because of you, and that is okay. Stop trying to make this situation more than what it already is. And now you're upset because the Muslim man that you said that you want to have a baby with said, well, if we have a baby, my baby needs to be Muslim. I'm not going to have a baby and the child is not raised Muslim. And you're like, oh, what? How dare you, Mohammed? Wow, really? He's Muslim. What do you want? What do you want him to say? What do you want him to say? Yvette, I just feel like, sis, at your big age, you should know better. It's just embarrassing. It's just really, really embarrassing. I don't want you on my TV anymore. For you, because you just don't look good. You have not looked good this entire season. It's sad, mama. It's sad. Oh my gosh, girl, do better. Want better for yourself. I want better for you. Anyway, let's move on to the final couple, which is Patrick and Thais. Why do I have pictures of them twice? Oh, because that was supposed to be JIBRI and MIONA. Let me delete that. Period. Patrick and Thais. The OnlyFans couple. I hope, and that's why I can continue to watch them, right? Because I think that they are putting on a show. Because I'm telling you guys, I think this couple's goal, just like JIBRI and MIONA, right? JIBRI and MIONA's goal is to be like some kind of celebrity, right? JIBRI wants to be some kind of rock star, living in a rat race. Like, he wants to be some kind of rock star, some pop star. MIONA wants to be a Black woman. And I think that they are using this show to help them get there, right? Get to where they need to be. Because with MIONA, there's no Black woman in Serbia, aside from JIBRI's cousin, that she can, glean from. You know what I mean? So her coming to America is great for her. And being on the show is great for her because it gives her exposure to more Black women. JIBRI being on the show really helps his career, right? Because even if we're dragging the song, we're listening to it. Somebody's going up for the song. And I think that's the same thing happening with Patrick and Thais. I think that they are taking this to the next level. And I think the next level for them is porn, which is why I just do not believe half the stuff that they are doing. I think that Patrick is putting it on. I hope you're putting it on and not actually this awful to Thais, because it just seems like every time they have a minor issue, he always goes back to, what if she's scamming me? What if she's doing this? He's taking Thais to meet his brother in Vegas, because he wants his brother to meet her to make sure that, Thais's intentions are good, and see if his brother can see any qualities in her, or see if she's just not a good person, because if she's not a good person, he's sending her back to Brazil. Like, that is always his first resort, right? It's never, well, I'm going to sit down and we're going to have a conversation. His thing is, oh, she's taking advantage of me. She's scamming me for my money. Let me send her back to Brazil. And I'm like, why would you even bring her here? Why would you even enter this woman if you immediately think the worst of her when you have any kind of issue? None of it is making sense to me, which is why I'm hoping you guys are putting it on and building your fan base for your OnlyFans. I'm pretty sure you guys would do good. The people go up for the interracial, biracial porn couples. They love them. They love them. So you guys are going to do very well. And I'm hoping, well, I don't want to send anybody into porn, but I'm saying I hope that there's something else happening here, because Patrick, you just come off awful. You treat this woman so poorly. And Thais, it does seem like you're scamming, because you take so much of his poor treatment and you just brush it off your shoulders, right? I will say, if I was Patrick, I would feel some sort of way too if somebody that I'm about to marry, if my fiance lets me know that he hasn't told his parents about me, right? Like his mother and his father does not know that he came out here to marry me. I would feel some sort of way, because then I would start thinking about, like, is there a problem with me? Have I done something wrong? Like, am I not good enough? Like, you get in your head and you start feeling like there's an issue that the parents have. And the issue is basically that Thais's dad does not trust Patrick, right? Because, come on, you got to think about it. Any person of color, anybody sending their child to a foreign land, especially a place like America, like you're going to be a little terrified. You're going to be a little terrified, especially if you were sending your ethnic child into a white environment where you cannot protect her, right? Or if you're sending her to be with somebody that you've only met a few times, and you see these American predators coming to your country and thinking that these women, all the women there, are for sex work, and you have all of these apprehensions. And I absolutely understand that. However, I had to put myself in Patrick's shoes. I would feel some way. Like, you don't tell me that you didn't tell your dad about us, that we're going to get, that you came here to get married. And not only do you tell me this, you tell me this in front of my brother, who was just meeting you for the first time. The only time I've ever agreed with Patrick concerning him and Thais. The only time, because I get that. I absolutely get that. I do think that he was still doing the most. He was still doing the most about this situation. And speaking of doing the most, Thais, you and this man have had a rocky start, right? The whole situation is rocky. Why are you taking him to a wedding chapel? I just don't understand her doing it. She looked up a wedding chapel and, told Patrick she was going to give him a little surprise, because she knew that he was upset about her not telling her father that she came to America to get married. So she decides to take him to a wedding chapel so that they can get married in Vegas. Don't none of that make sense. Like, none of it makes sense. Patrick was like, I'm not doing this. It's the first time I heard a man. He was just like, a man say something like this, because I feel like any other guy would be like, oh, of course, let's do it. This is quick and cheap. Let's get right at it. But Patrick was like, I never pictured my wedding like this. I want something a little bit better. I will say I did not agree with him about the whole only strippers get married at a wedding chapel in Vegas. Britney Spears got married at a wedding chapel in Vegas, and my good sis is not a stripper. Not that there's anything wrong with strippers, but put some respect on my good sis's name. Now, was that marriage one of the worst things that happened to her? One of the worst, yes. However, there are a lot of people who get married at wedding chapels in Vegas who are not strippers. Now, the majority of them are, but a lot of people are not. And I didn't like that, Patrick. And you also said it like it was something wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Strippers make good money. Let me tell you something. If I had the backside and the knees, I love y'all. I would not be on here doing reviews. I'd be down at the paint getting $1,000 an hour. Like, that's what I would be doing. Anyway, I don't think that this couple really has any issues. I think they're just faking it. I'm waiting for the porn press release, because I think that's what's happening at this point. Last thing, I need the writers of Shameless to contact Patrick and his brothers, because I'm telling you, I see like a 8-season Emmy award-winning show from these brothers. There is something here. There is something here. And I'm telling you, working class and middle class America will tap into that show, because they got a story. Those brothers have a story. Patrick, the little protector. Then you got John, the big protector, who can't put down his Hennessy. Is it a Hennessy or a Heineken? Or are they the same thing? Then you got the gay brother who lives with his partner in Vegas. I want to know. I want to see them as kids. I want to see them grow up. I want to see them go their separate ways. I want to see it all. So the writers of Shameless, contact that family. You got something. And all you got to do is give me 10% because that show is going to be a hit. What do you guys think about this episode? Let's get into it. I want to go up and get some older comments. And then I'm going to, greasy. Then I'm going to get some current ones. So let's get into it. Hey, Missy. Missy said Emily's father didn't know she brought her own ring. He was like, where did you get the money from? Kobe seems like he really wants to make this relationship work, and Emily just wants the peen. Absolutely. But I also have to be real. I think that Kobe wants to make the relationship work for his son because everything goes back to Kobe. I think that's where that's his goal. And I think he's going to do whatever he has to do, even if that means betting Emily whenever she feels like it, to be with his son. A father's love. A father's love. A father's love. Edith said, it's never going to work. Emily shouldn't even request a ring from Kobe. Instead, use that money to buy your child things. He needs to save or move out. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's a Emma. She's a nanny, but I don't know. But I will say she did say that the child that she nannies. I don't think there's multiple nanny jobs. I think it's just one nanny job. But I think the parents have the child most of the time because we never see Emily go out to that nanny job. We've only seen her do it once. We've only seen her go to work once. Any other time, she just has a free schedule to do whatever she wants. And the job obviously doesn't pay because Emily needs a lot of help financially. It was that she nannies for other people's children. She can hardly manage her own. Listen. And it seems like she might have another. Hey, Dion. Dion said, not to put my business out there, but our wedding bands were $25 on Amazon. But my name is on a mortgage, period. Period. Listen, the diamonds aren't even safe anyway. Like, that's okay. I would rather have something special than a ring that has the blood of a child on it who was mining, for diamonds and when he should have been in school. Absolutely not. The marriage is already cursed. The marriage is already cursed. Oh my goodness. Where? Anissa said, I enjoyed the lady from Haiti from before the 90 days. Who was that? The lady from Haiti. Who was that? Oh, Halima said, Emily is Miss Antebellum South and Kobe is Jesus. Is a bad woman. Say it. Just like Angela and Michael and baby girl Lisa. Oh, Lord. Oh, yes. Thank you, Sean Christina. That's it. That's it. Paul was awful, but good TV. Like, you can have awful people on this show, but let them be good TV. Paul was awful, but my God, today, when he would take off running in the Amazon, spectacular TV. Spectacular TV. Where are these characters? Where are these characters? Anissa said, my husband was watching this with me and he was big on hell no with all the scenes with the ex-husband, right? It's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful. And I feel like she knows that she does it on purpose and it's not cool. It's not cool. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Missy said Ari's timeline with her marriage and being with BINI ain't adding up. It's not. And also, the conception of Avi is not adding up. I feel like she's pulling a Phaedra. I feel like she pulled the Phaedra on us, to be quite honest with you. Oh, gosh. That's what Binion could have said. That's what Binion could have said, to be quite honest with you. That's exactly what he said. Hey, Nikki, what he could have said. Hey, Nikki says, why, oh, why does Ari family go along with her ex being involved with everything? That's not being supportive to their marriage. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I think they probably go along with it because they probably wanted that relationship to work. You have to understand, I believe that the family is Jewish, right? And isn't Leandro, I think he's Jewish, right? And they met in Israel, something like that. I think they would probably prefer him over Binion. And I don't, to be honest with you, I don't think it has anything to do with racism. I think it has everything to do with culture, right? There are a lot of families out there who, would much prefer you stay, especially if you are not um, I don't want to say cultureless, you know what I mean? But there are people who have strong cultures and they would much rather you stick with somebody within that culture because it's just easy. It's just easy. You don't want to disrupt that, especially when you come from an oppressed culture. You want to make sure that culture stays within the family because you know there was a huge fight to wipe that culture out. So I understand that, but it's still so disrespectful because Ari has made her decision and she is married to Benyon. And it's like the whole family just disrespects this man. And it's not a good look. The optics of that is not cute. Yes, Jasmine 91. Yes. Tariq and Hazel, always nice to watch, even though he definitely liked her more than she did. Has she fully come out yet? Because I know in the beginning, she was saying that she was bisexual. And again, we always get into this. I know bisexual people exist. I just believe that some of the people that we watch on this show who say bisexual are doing that as a soft launch into full gayness, right? I think it's, let me just say this to see how it's received. Let me test out the waters. Again, I do know that bisexual people exist. I am not saying that there are people on the show who are saying that they are bisexual, who are not. I'm just saying I feel like there are certain people who are soft launching and they're using bisexuality to be that soft launch. I think Hazel is one of them because I don't think it's the fact that she doesn't like Tariq. I think she don't like men. I just think that is what it is. And I think Tariq is so invested in her and they're, so invested in this show that they won't break up. But I'm like, if she's literally telling you the only way I can be with you is if I have another woman, that is a gay woman. Because if she can't have a woman, then she don't want to be with you. She's made her choice. But men are so delusional. You see how long you could drag a man on? Child, live your best life, Hazel. Hey, Jazzy. Jazzy said, from what I remember, she left him, then got knocked up. I'm guessing if she didn't get knocked up, she would have gone back to him. I think so too, Jazzy Boo. I think so too. Because the way she talks about him, I'm just like, I'm not, I don't get jealous, right? I'm not the one that would get mad at, like, if I'm with a dude and he cheats on me, I ain't getting mad at the other girl. Like, I have a relationship with him, right? Like, this is our relationship. I'm throwing my grits on him. Now, if you jump in to protect him and get some grits on you, that's on you, right? I was going after him. So I'm just not I really don't get into that. Okay, you do your dirt. You can go ahead on whatever. I'm gonna be okay, right? I'm not hurting. Okay, I'm gonna get somebody if I want. So I don't get into that. But there is something really weird here about this relationship with Ari and her ex-husband. I feel like the best friend situation is a way to keep him around in case this relationship does not work out with Binion. That's what it's giving me. And I feel like any married couple, any partner would feel some sort of way and be justified in feeling that way if their husband or wife decides that they now want to bring in this relationship with their ex and say, oh, we don't want each other. We're just besties. Anybody, even the non-jealous people, are going to feel some sort of way. My current husband can tell me that him and his ex-wife are best friends, especially if no kids are involved. Absolutely not. Absolutely, I have every right to be like, no, block her. Like, no, like that just doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. And I think that Binion has every right to feel some sort of way about that. And Ari and Leandro and the family just don't look good in that situation. Very, very, because it's giving vocal Ike Turner. That's what it's giving. It's giving, Ike Turner without the hands. I don't like it. He's just not good to her. He constantly mistreats her, and she just sticks around. And I'm like, girl, for what? Remember, I told y'all, don't shed a tear, right? Don't shed a tear about not being some Buster's preference, because 9 times out of 10, I'm lying, 100% of the time, the preference is being put through hell. God did you a favor by making you dark. This is a protection from the sun and from demonic men. Girl, don't shed a tear. Look at this preference. Look at what this preference is going through for Bilal. Ciao. Girl. You know what? Let's talk about that, Ryan. Because in this episode, Ryan says SHAEEDA is on her way to being ex-wife number 3 in about 5 years. Let's talk about that. Because Bilal, this episode says something. And I went, but then I was like, right? He said that everybody that I love and invest in leaves me. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a sad thing to say. Then I was like, you know what, Bilal, after seeing you on this show, I feel like you're the problem. And I think, unfortunately for you, you're in a family that makes you believe that everybody else is the issue and not you. So you don't do anything to get better, and you constantly lose out on love. That's the problem. You and them sisters. You and them sisters. Or the talk of children. I'm like, girl, he's showing you the kind of father he's going to be. Because he don't want no kids. He don't want no kids. And if he does give you a child, he's giving you a child because this is what you want. He's already showing you how he feels about that, how he feels about the conversation of children. Why would you want him to raise your seed? Weird. Ever. Have we ever seen her smile? I don't know what she looks like smiling. She always looks like she is near tears. You know, that was a good Canal Street bag. You know, that's why he was so protective, Michelle. That's why he was so protective. I think that's it. Missy said, what do Bilal and SHAEEDA have in common besides religion? I think that's it. I think that's it. That's the only thing. And I think that's why Bilal leads with his religion a lot, because I don't think that outside of that, he can get a woman. I don't feel like you can do that with a woman that's not under Allah. I don't feel like he could do that. Missy also says they don't seem like they have fun or really like each other. They just seem like I met a person on vacay and we had a good 3 days together. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And it's the fact that SHAEEDA's 37 and everybody in her family, her sisters and whatever, had children, and she just wants to have kids. Oh my God, poor children. Poor children. And with the reversal of Roe versus Wade, my God, today, y'all putting these kids in horrible situations. Oh my gosh, like neither one of you are, neither Bilal or SHAEEDA is coming together and it's just like, I love you. I want to create an extension of us and, raise this person to be a blessing to this world and not a curse. Like neither one of them have had this conversation. The whole conversation is, I've had kids. I'm done with having kids. I'm getting old and I want kids. Yeah, there's nothing else. Yikes. Oh, God. Protect these kids. Because even the ones that People don't want, they gonna get here. Jesus. Oh Lord. Then we gonna have, you know what? I always, for some reason, when I see couples who probably should not be having children, or people raising kids that probably, wanting to have a child, and it's like you probably shouldn't. Whenever I see something like that, I always think of the teachers, because at the end of the day, that teacher is going to spend more time with your child than you are. Those teachers are going to be put through hell, because everything that little Joey and little SHAEEDA is going to go through at home, that's going to be on that teacher. And she's probably going to, he or she or them is going to have to deal with that times 30, especially if you're in America. 33 damn children in one class for one person. My God, today, I can't watch one. How you're doing 33? Whew. Anyway, y'all sure y'all want to come here, non-Americans? It ain't what they showing you. Anyway, I always think about that. I'm just like, those teachers are going to be put through hell. Whew, these next batch of children, yikes. Whoo, Lord, let's get into JIBRI and MIONA. I fast forward through them. Lord. Michelle said, why are these couples so hard to watch? I don't know. Before I used to blame it on COVID, like COVID casting. Now I'm like, everybody's acting like there's no pandemic anymore, and we're dealing with two now. So what is the issue with the casting? I will say the casting was terrible this season. We got to be honest. The casting was terrible this season. Terrible. Black Lavender said, JIBRI don't know if he's coming or going because he's living in a rat race. Missy said, I think JIBRI and his family don't realize that JIBRI sold MIONA a dream. Yep. And he can't give her that. And for some reason, they are blaming MIONA. The only thing I blame MIONA on is that I think by now you realize he can't give you what he told you he can give you. So just go. Just go. Just go. Yes, but the thing about it, Sabrina, is they're banned now, but they just stay around. Like you can still visualize them, which I think they need to do better because Twitch does a great job with that. Are you guys on Twitch? I'm on there, but I'm like watching. I'm not like doing anything. Let me know, because I felt like my audience wouldn't be on there. But since you brought this up, Sabrina, let me know. Let me know if you guys are on there or not. I'm telling you, the throwback pictures of her, JT, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hey, Ryan. Ryan said, do the people not realize when they get the 90-day visa that the time is to get married? Yes. For some reason, the people on the show are acting like it's a season for me it's a time for me and you to get to know each other better. No, it's a time for you guys to plan your wedding and get your affairs in order because you're about to join and become as one legally. That's what that is. Like, but they treat it like, oh, this is just, an extended vacation. This time we're just in America. No, that's what this is. But they all treat it like that, which makes me think that these people do not know what a 90-day fiance visa is. Missy also said they should already know for sure if they are investing in the visa. Yeah. Yep. Candace said, I don't know why JIBRI doesn't take the job his friends offered him. Makes no sense because he's living in a rat race. If he gets a Grammy, it'll be because of me. It'll be because of me, and I'm sorry. Miss Gigi, hey sis, said, Nikki, it shows a level of desperation. These people feel that they would rather struggle in America than struggle where they're from. Yeah. So sad. So sad. Missy also said Mohammed was getting Evie together. He was like, this lady and raising babies. I don't know how many times I laughed when he said, let me be clear. He's sick of her, and he should be. He should be. Oh my God, Miss Gigi. He doing something. He gotta be doing something. He got to be doing something. Anissa said Evie should have just got her groove back with someone in America, child. I listen, all the Americans do this though. All the Americans do this. I don't know what is being sold to them, but a lot of Americans do this thing where they go outside of America and they just think that this partner is going to be better for them. Listen, I had my moment. Remember, I was trying to go to France and marry some, dark and big with an accent, and all my French subscribers were just like, "Oh, girl, they're worse over here. Stay in America. You're safe. Don't come over here and think these black Frenchmen is going to do you right." And I was like, "Oh no." But we all do it. We all do it. We're just like, you know what? I'm going to find a great man in Nigeria. I'm going to go to Italy. And then you got women in Italy. I'm going to go to America. I'm going to go to Yugoslavia. I'm thinking of places. You know what I mean? But I think we just all think that we can find better somewhere else. But there's the women there are saying the same thing. So we all do it. We all do it. I'm still gonna take a trip to France. I'm not letting that go. I've never seen anything dark and tender-eyed come out of France. Listen, whew, ciao. JT said Patrick seemed like a dream at first. He absolutely did. And now he's showing his true colors. Yep. Oh, JT. I actually think Jibri is cute. He should never speak. Oh. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine said that's probably the big reason why she's not telling her dad anything, because of the OnlyFans or because of how he's treating her. Probably both. Who haven't I called on? Hey, Spider Web Walker said, I'm still rooting for Jenny and Summit. That's the thing. I can't stand that couple. Oh, child, excuse me, my computer's about to die. I can't stand that couple, but I think they deliver. They deliver every season. Jenny, when are you going to marry me, Samit? I'm tired of this, Samit. I'm tired. Like, when are you going to marry me? I like Jenny. I like Summit. Summit, also known as Samit. I enjoy them. I do. Another terribly awful couple that I just enjoy watching. But I just feel like they've been 90 Day Fiance maybe needs to pause on all of these 90 Day Fiancés, right? Until they can get it right. This cast is just not worth watching. I don't know anybody watching this show who's just like, I can't wait till we get to the tell-all. I do know a lot of people watching this just like, I can't wait to get to the tell-all to wrap this up, because our clams are jumping for the new 90 Day Fiance, because that is a new batch of characters. They look very interesting, but I hope we don't have the same thing, happen with us with this 90 Day Fiance, because the casting was just off. There's no real storyline here. I don't know. Hey, Roro. Roro said, I honestly don't think Bilal does it intentionally. He just lives in a whole other world away from this universe. And I believe you. And I believe that world was made for him by the women in his family. I'm telling you, he is our prince. He is our king. He can do nothing wrong. If you are a woman who wants to be in his life, you have to submit to him and abide by his rules, like we all do. That's what that situation is. Weird. Very, very weird. Tony said, I just don't believe the whole Leandro storyline. They just look odd. Plus, he only popped up last season and wasn't really mentioned in the beginning. I get it. I can see that too. Because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's your best friend. When? Since when? You talked about him once your first season, Ari. But I think, like I already said, I think this couple is in a good place. I think they are faking drama to stay on the show. Like, look what Ari is doing to her body. Okay? Ari is leaning into fully becoming a Kardashian, right? She wants to be a reality star, BBL girl. She does not want to go back to working, the 9 to 5s or, traveling and eat, pray, loving around the world on her parents' dime, because the parents are tired of paying for everything. And I think that now that this show has given them some popularity and they keep on bringing them back, so every time you come back for another season, you get more money. I think she's leaning fully into that. And I think Binion is leaning fully into becoming whatever the hell he wants to be, because every season he got a different dream and goal for himself. And listen, he achieves it. So I'm not hating on that, but I don't see these two being 9-to-5 people working in corporate, or working class 9-to-5 people. I just don't see them doing that. I see them wanting to be some kind of reality TV celebrity. And listen, why not? Why not? But I think they're faking a lot of stuff. Tony also said, like, they just can't fake their whole storyline. Horrible acting. Everyone in the whole Benny and Ari storyline, just horrible. Get off my screen. Tony is sick of Ari and Benny. And girl, I understand. Nikki said, Bilal reminds me of my ex. We lasted 10 years until it got me almost jumping off of a cliff. Oh, glad you got out, sis. Glad you got out. Child, don't they all make us want to jump off a cliff? Oh. Being a straight woman is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Woo, girl. I am. Who haven't I called on? I miss them. What was it? Didn't we have so much fun watching Jenny and Summit, also known as Samit? I miss that couple. We got to bring them back. Let me get two more, and then I got to get out of here because I got to get ready for the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Mama Star again. Lord, she got some things to say about that show. Anissa said, there's Haitian men in France, but I'm Haitian and I'm not going to recommend that to you. Nobody wants me to date, like none of my girlfriends, my Haitian girlfriends, my non-Haitian girlfriends, nobody wants me to date a Haitian guy. Are they really that bad? Are they worse than African-American men? Are they worse? Because no way. No way. No way. But everybody is like, Nikki, no. And I've been seeing some fine Haitian men. Well, okay, what's the main Black culture over there in France? What is it? Because I'm seeing something, and listen, I keep on seeing it. I have yet to see a tender-eyed Black man from France. Yet there's a brother right now going viral who works at Air France. And I was like, yep, I'm not shocked. They all look like this. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Who is this horn dog? Who is this horn dog? Oh, okay, so listen, and I'm not lying. I am not lying. The channel is coming up. The new channel is coming up. That's where we're going to have our girl chats. So Steph, you save that for the second channel because I need to know. Abigail said it's immigrants from the Francophone country in Africa. Girl, I'm American. What the hell is Francophone? Francophone. This don't help me. Oh, is it just a person who speaks French? Oh, okay. Well, what are they? Oh, is Cameroon one? Is the Congo one? Because I'm telling you, them Congo boys. Let me stop. I got to get out of here. Yes. I knew it. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is about me. I'll never do a 23andMe because I'm not giving the Mormons my DNA, but I'm telling you, there is something in me that wants the Congo. And I feel like, I don't know if I'm going back home. I don't know what it is. But if he's tall and dark, I'm zooming in because he's absolutely absolutely from the Congo. That has always been my experience. What is it? I gotta be like 5% Congolese. I gotta be. There's something going on. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. Okay. Some people said, as a Haitian man, let me say Haitian men are top tier, period. Period. Y'all say go right to the floor. I'm telling you, it's something. It's something in me that's just like, I don't know if it's the reproductive system, but something is like, you got to go Congo. I don't know why. I don't know why. Child, we will see. Listen, Missy, I'm going to answer this. I'm getting off of here. I was cleaning out like my, whenever I am done doing a show, I like clean out all the information I had on that show. So I was cleaning out my folders and I came across this picture. I can't believe this mid-sized man got me like this. I cannot believe it. But I was like, oh, hey, Anzi. He probably is from the Congo. Oh, okay. Okay. Simply just said, I'll save my tea for the second channel. Girl, I'm ready. Oh, okay. Abigail said, I married a Cameroonian. He's wonderful. It's not for the weak. Child. You know what? I do know that. I definitely know that, you know, it's some Ivory Coast working in here. Definitely some Ivory Coast working in here. You know what, Naked? I have to talk to YouTube about this because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Well, I blocked them. We'll see if they come on my next live. Anyway, y'all, I got to get out of here to get ready for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm glad we ended on a good note. I'm glad I'm going to France. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going. Am I coming back? Only time will tell. I love y'all. Oh, it is? It's happening for them too? That's insane. That is insane. I don't know. And it's the same one. You block them and they still come back. I'll reach out to YouTube to see what's happening. Anyway, let me get out of here. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'll be on in 30 minutes for to review this week's episode with my lovely mother. Love you all. See you soon. Bye. Also, let me know either in the comments section here or you can, y'all love to hit me up on Instagram. I don't mind. I'm on there all the time. Let me know if this time works for you. Like I said, I'll be experimenting with times because I'm probably going to be on the East Coast a bit more, probably until the fall. So I want to know, I know that I switched times from the West. So let me know, you know, if this time works well for you guys, but I'll be switching it up a bit more just to see what really sticks. And maybe just keep on switching it so that everybody can get the full NikkiStar TV experience. We will see. We will see. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye.